The long-awaited evolution of Sony's video-centric mirrorless technology may finally be within reach. After years of speculation and uncertainty surrounding the direction of the A7 lineup, all attention is now converging on one camera, the Sony A7S IV. The stakes are high for Sony, with delays affecting several Alpha series models and competitors rapidly advancing their hybrid offerings. The Sony A7S IV could easily become the brand's most crucial release of the coming year. This isn't just because fans have been waiting for years since the A7S III, but because the timing is perfect for Sony to reclaim its leadership in the hybrid video space, an area where Canon, Panasonic, and Nikon have been pushing boundaries and redefining what's possible for content creators. The A7S series has long held a special reputation among filmmakers, YouTubers, and content creators who demand professional-grade video performance in a compact, travel-friendly body. The Sony A7S III, launched in 2020, earned widespread praise for its remarkable low-light capabilities, 4K performance, and balanced color science. It was built around a 12.1-megapixel sensor, a deliberate choice that prioritized larger pixels for exceptional sensitivity and minimal noise. For many creators, it became the ultimate low-light tool and an easy recommendation for cinematic video on a mirrorless body. However, since the A7S III's release, the landscape has changed dramatically. In the years that followed, competitors began introducing feature-rich cameras that blurred the line between consumer and professional equipment. Panasonic's GH6 and S5 IIX brought internal ProRes recording and advanced stabilization. Canon's R5C entered the scene with internal RAW capabilities, and Nikon's Z6 III introduced high-bit depth and RAW recording options. In this rapidly evolving market, Sony can no longer afford to rely on the success of the A7S III. The Sony A7S IV now needs to redefine what a hybrid camera can do, not just for Sony's ecosystem, but for the entire mirrorless segment. What makes the Sony A7S IV so pivotal is that it occupies a unique space in Sony's lineup. While other A7 models have received updates, the A7RV for high-resolution imaging and the A7C II for compact versatility, the S series has remained untouched for nearly 5 years. Even Sony's FX cinema line has expanded with models like the FX3, FX30, and FX6, leaving the A7S series in an unusual limbo. The absence of an A7S IV has created a clear gap between Sony's full-fledged cinema cameras and its consumer-focused alpha models. With the FX3 serving as a more compact cinema camera and the A1 catering to high-resolution photography, Sony currently lacks a dedicated hybrid camera optimized for video-first creators who still need mirrorless flexibility. The A7S IV, therefore, isn't just another update, it's an essential piece to complete Sony's hybrid puzzle. According to emerging leaks and credible industry chatter, the Sony A7S IV will likely maintain the 12-megapixel full-frame sensor philosophy that defines the S series. However, that doesn't mean Sony will recycle the same sensor used in the A7S III. Instead, we can expect a newly developed backside illuminated BSI or even stacked sensor designed to improve readout speed, light efficiency, and dynamic range. There's also speculation that Sony could integrate technology inspired by the A9 III's global shutter, allowing the A7S IV to virtually eliminate rolling shutter distortion, a dream feature for filmmakers who shoot fast-moving subjects or handheld footage. These hardware advancements could translate into superior low-light performance, cleaner high ISO images, and smoother tonal transitions in high-contrast scenes. Combined with Sony's latest Beyond's XR processor, the A7S IV is expected to deliver not only faster performance, but also greater thermal stability, a critical improvement for extended recording sessions. Where the Sony A7S III topped out at 4K 120 frames per second, the A7S IV is rumored to take things to a new level. Leaks point towards 6K recording at 60 FPS, which would allow for oversampled 4K footage with increased detail and improved post-production flexibility. Some insiders have even hinted at 4K 240 FPS recording for ultra slow-motion playback, a feature that could redefine what's possible for sports, wildlife, and cinematic content creation. To handle these higher resolutions and frame rates, the A7S IV would almost certainly require CFexpress Type B cards, providing the bandwidth needed for high bitrate codecs without overheating or compression issues. Enhanced heat dissipation and internal cooling mechanisms will likely be part of the design, ensuring sustained performance during long shoots. One area where Sony has consistently led the industry is autofocus, and the A7S IV is expected to push this even further. The camera will likely feature real-time IAF and subject tracking powered by an upgraded AI engine. Borrowing technology from the A7 RV, Sony may incorporate deep learning-based recognition that identifies not just people, but also animals, vehicles, and even objects. This level of precision and adaptability is especially crucial for solo filmmakers, vloggers, and documentarians who rely on the camera to keep their subjects perfectly in focus without a dedicated focus puller. Expect the A7S IV to deliver faster, more reliable autofocus even in low light or when subjects move unpredictably. Another likely area of advancement is stabilization. Sony's active mode is already one of the best in the industry, offering solid handheld performance, but rumors suggest the A7S IV could feature a next-generation AI-assisted stabilization system. By combining sensor shift IBIS with predictive motion analysis, the camera could achieve gimbal-like smoothness without external gear. For vloggers, travel filmmakers, and documentary shooters, this would be a game-changer, particularly in dynamic, handheld scenarios. Design-wise, the A7S IV will probably follow Sony's familiar mirrorless form factor, though small refinements are expected. Early reports point to a deeper grip for comfort, a larger rear LCD, and a repositioned joystick for quicker control. Weather sealing and thermal management will also be key improvements, as users increasingly demand reliability in all conditions. In terms of pricing, the Sony A7S IV is expected to debut around $3,999 to $4,199, placing it roughly $500 above its predecessor. While this price may appear steep, it aligns with the camera's professional positioning and cutting-edge technology. Sony isn't targeting hobbyists with the A7S IV. This is a camera for serious filmmakers, professional YouTubers, and production teams seeking a hybrid tool that can handle demanding projects with ease. The A7S IV aims to sit perfectly between Sony's FX Cinema series and its Alpha Photo lineup, offering the best of both worlds: cinematic quality and mirrorless versatility. In the bigger picture, the Sony A7S IV could signal a shift in Sony's mirrorless roadmap. Rather than chasing ever higher resolutions like the A7 series or diving fully into cinema like the FX lineup, Sony appears to be doubling down on hybrid innovation, a balance of speed, usability, dynamic range, and portability. If executed well, the Sony A7S IV could become the most well-rounded camera Sony has ever made, one that bridges the gap between professional filmmaking and everyday creativity. So, the question remains: will the Sony A7S IV deliver the breakthrough that creators have been waiting for? If history is any indication, Sony knows how to rise to the occasion. And as anticipation builds, one thing is certain: the A7S IV isn't just another camera. It's a symbol of Sony's commitment to the future of hybrid video.